just warming up the body here, getting the heart rate open. Once that ding starts dinging, we'll go ahead and switch. We'll close the gates here. We're opening first, opening up the hips here. All right, here we rest 15 seconds. It'll ding once it tells us. You can take a little dance break if you want. Just nice stretches here. And here, we're gonna close the gates here. Close the gates. Nice hip opener, stretch. Getting the body warmed up. All right, out and in. Next one here, we're gonna do an arm circle, some arm stretches, and then we'll get started with our cardio portion. Almost there, it's gonna ding. All right, here you can take a 15 second stretch. Side to side here. It's a little rest period, but you can stretch more if you'd like. And then we'll do some arm circles. Next workout. All right, take some arm circles here. Take them back. And forward. You can add a little squat here if you'd like. And back. Almost there. All right, next one here, my friend. We're gonna get started with our workout. So our first thing is going to be either a squat jump or a regular squat. I'll show you during our little rest period. All right, here. So squat jump, take a squat and then jump in the air, or we can come back down to that squat here, nice and low. Our knees don't pass the toes. Taking it nice and low, squeezing at the top. And let's get started here. Squat jumps or squats. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Feet are directly under the hips. Nice and low. And you can take your time with this. You don't have to go at a speedy pace. Proper form is more important here. If you want to take a little jump, totally up to you. Keeping that core, glutes and core engaged. All right, 15-second rest here, all done with the next one. Next one, we got a mountain climber. We're down on the mat. Body forms a straight line. You can bring it to the opposite elbow, or you can bring it straight on. And let's get started here, mountain climbers. All right, here we go. Wrists directly under the shoulders. You can take it at a speedier pace. Totally up to you. Almost there. Breathing through it. Almost there. And 15-second rest here. Right into that glute bridge. We're gonna tuck the tailbone, engage the core here. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips off the mat. Take that march. Lift with one knee at a time. Glute bridge marches here. Really lifting the hips high, squeezing the glutes. And exhale. Almost there. All right, my friend, let's take that rest here, 15 seconds. I'll demo the next one. Next one, we got a skater, cross, and overstep. You can take your time here. You can take a little curtsy lunge if you like. You can speed it up. And here we go, skater, jumps. We do this round twice, cardio, then we get into strength, then core. Almost there. All right, my friend. 15-second break. We're gonna take that twist. Opposite knee to elbow, standing. Really engaging the core here. Twisting. Arms are by our side. And here we go. High knee twists. You can take this at any pace you'd like. Almost there. Almost there. All right, 15-second rest. And back to the beginning, back to those squats. Take your rest here, take your time. You got 15 seconds. You can either take that squat or that squat jump. Totally up to you. Good form. Squeeze glutes, nice and low here and lift. Squeeze lower, lift. Knees don't pass the toes. Almost there. Almost there. And 15-second rest here. We're gonna go back to those mountain climbers. Wrists directly under the shoulders, body forms a straight line, knee crosses to opposite elbow, or straight on. Totally up to you. At your own pace. You can take it at a really speedy pace here, keeping that form, or nice, slow and steady. Totally up to you. Really making sure we're breathing. Almost there. We want to make sure our hips and shoulders are in line. And 15-second rest here. Back into that glute bridge pose. We're going to set up here. Lift the hips off the mat. Squeeze the glutes. Engage the core. Bring one knee up at a time. And start here. Glute bridge marches. Lift the hips a little higher here. once more. Back into that stand and switch over. You can take it as a speedy workout, or you can focus on curtsy lunge. Totally up to you. Focusing on the form here. Totally what you'd like. You can do a little bit mix of both. Up to you. You can tap the floor if you'd like. Here, we got those high knees once more. Crossing the knee to elbow. Really finding that pelvic tuck here. Engaging the core. Here we go, we're gonna get started. And here. Get started, high knee twists. And that's the last, this is the last one for cardio. Then we're going to start with strength. Then we got some core. Almost there. I'll demo the next one. You can go ahead and take your dumbbells. We're gonna have a dumbbell deadlift. Knees are slightly bent. We're gonna hinge forward here. Dumbbells onto the body and slow rise all the way up. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, lower hinge forward. Take your time with this one. Instead of this, if you don't have dumbbells, you can always take a squat. Squeeze at the top. Feet are directly under the hips here. Slight bend and inhale, lift. Squeeze, exhale, lower. Take your time with these. I'd rather have better form than to focus on speed. All right, we're gonna take that 15-second break here. I'll demo the next one. You take your lighter weights. We're gonna chest press. So bring our arms by our side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And get started here now. Chest press up and lower. You can bring the palms together too. Totally up to you how you want to do it. Or you can keep the palms horizontal and lift and lower. Try to glue that lower back up onto the mat. We're engaging both the core and the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Take your time with these. You can switch sides if you'd like. Take it vertical, then horizontal, totally up to you. All right, 15-second rest here. We got a bench over row. Back to that stand here. We're gonna bring the weights down low, slight bend to the knees, shoulders back. Hug the elbows into the ribs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And take your time with these. Bring the shoulder blades together. You can do one at a time if you'd like. Totally up to you. squat low, bicep curl. Inhale, lift. And lower, bicep curl, lift. Little combo of both. Getting nice and low here, squeezing the glutes at the top. Knees do not pass the toes. Nice and low here. If you want to do one or the other, you can do that as well. Almost there. Shake that out. Next one's also standing. Weights are down low. Slight hinge at the hips here. We're gonna inhale, lateral lift. Exhale, center. Lateral lift. Exhale, center. Right here, let's get started. Lift and center. Take your time with these. Really engaging that core. Slight bend to the knees. I don't know if you can hear the music, but Daddy Akey's playing and I love him. That makes the workout a lot more fun. All right, rest here. We're back to those deadlifts. I'm gonna take my heavier weights here and back into that stand. Feet are directly under the hips here. Slight bend to the knee. And let's get started, deadlifts. Slow way down. Inhale, lift, squeeze the glutes here. Hinge forward, booty comes back, and lift up. Take your time with these and care more about form rather than speed. Shoulders back. You don't want to slouch forward. And 15-second rest here. Back onto the mat. Back into that chest press, my lighter weights here. Slight bend to the knees if you'd like. You can go ahead, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. You can take the palms together. Totally up to you if you want to take it vertical or horizontal. Try to glue the lower back down onto the mat, engaging both the core and getting the arm workout as well. Almost there. All right, that 15-second rest here, and we get back up, and that bent over row. We're gonna hinge forward, slight bend to the knees, feet directly under the hips here. Elbows in, nice bend, lift, and bent over row. Shoulder blades come together on the lift. Almost there. right here. Get started, lower. Here, 15 seconds. And then we got that lateral lift. We're gonna hinge forward, feet directly under the hips. Bring the weights by our side in front of us. And we're gonna inhale, lift lateral, and lower, lift. And we'll get started right here. Lift, and lower. Take your time with these. You can do this without the weights. And after this, we'll get into core. We've got 2 sections of core. You can take a water break, take a little mini break, whatever you need it. All right, 15-second break here. I'll demo the next core exercise. We're gonna do that 2 times. Same thing we've been doing for HIIT and strength. So we'll get down onto our mat. Oh, just kidding. We're face down into a plank. We're holding this plank here. Option to come onto the forearms or to come up onto the palms. Body forms a straight line. We're tucking that tailbone into the belly button here. Elbows directly under the shoulders if you're in a forearm. Wrists directly under the shoulders here if you're up on the palms. We're holding here. It's only 45 seconds. We got this. It helps if you dance it out. Really inhaling, exhaling here. All right, take that 15-second rest here. And we're back onto our backs here. We're gonna take that bicycle, fingertips, temples, bend the opposite knee, opposite elbow, extend here. You can do this at one swift movement, totally up to you. All right, getting started here. Almost there. If you're going to put your hands behind your neck, very light touch here. All right, take that break here, bring the knees into the chest, and back up into that side plank this time. Up onto the forearm or onto the wrist. We're gonna inhale, extend our opposite arm, and reach under. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach under. Get started right here. You can stack one foot on top of each other or one foot in front of the other. Totally up to you. Make sure that elbow is right under that shoulder. Almost there, my friend. And take that rest here. And you guessed it, we got the other side now. Opposite forearm or opposite palm or arm here. You can stack one foot on top of each other or one foot in front of the other. Opposite arm, we reach under, lift up, reach under, lift up, keeping that form here. And take that 15-second rest here. Back down onto the mat. Arms are by our side. We're gonna go ahead and flutter kick. So point the toes as much as we can. And you can take your time with these. Take your time. You can do a nice quick, swift movement, totally up to you. Nice slow engaged movement. Try to pull that lower back down onto the mat as much as you can. I close another ring. That's really exciting. I love how your watch notifies you about that. That's awesome. All right, really breathing through this. Almost there, my friend. All right, 15 seconds here. Bring the knees into the chest, side to side sways, and we're on to the next exercise here. We're back down onto the belly. We're taking that Superman. Arms come out in front. Inhale, lift, shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower. Try to lift the thighs as much as you can. Lower, lift, lower, lift, and lower. Take that 15-second break here, and then we are back onto that plank. And you can either do a forearm or on the palms. We're gonna lift in a few seconds, I'll tell you when. And here, let's lift. Back into that forearm or regular plank, totally up to you. Breathing in through the nose, keeping that form. Hips and shoulders are aligned here. All right, my friend, 15-second break here. Let's drop the hips. Take a few ankle circles here. Back onto the back when you're ready. And we got those bicycles once more. Opposite leg extends. You can take it a little bit speedier here. Almost there. Really breathing in, exhaling here. All right, hug those knees chest, side to side sways. Take a few ankle circles. And then meet me on your left or your right forearm, totally up to you. Right into that side plank here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach under. And we get started here. 45 seconds, almost there. If you want a spicy option, you can go ahead and place a dumbbell in that lifting hand. And rest here, then come on to the other side. Opposite forearm here, opposite arm. I'll tell you when to lift. And one, let's go ahead, lift and reach under. One side might be easier than the other side. Almost there. We got two more. And let's lower that hip down, back into those flutter kicks. I'll face this way actually. All right, my friend, you already know. Take it nice and slow or speed it up. Totally up to you. Let's get started here and right now. Try to glue that lower back down onto the mat. The lower back is going to want to lift naturally. We lower that lower back. Take your time here. Point the toes as a spicy option here to engage both legs and the deep core here. Arms are by our side. We don't want to sit on the hands. All right, let's hug those knees. And we got one last one here. Let's take that Superman to finish off right on our bellies. Extend the arms overhead. Big inhale, we lift the thighs, lift arms. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. For a spicy option, you can place a dumbbell in each hand, make it a weighted Superman. Almost there. And let that go here. We are all done with core here. We're all done with the HIIT and with the strength. We're doing a nice long cool down. Join me here in a child's pose. So knees apart, toes together, arms overhead. Deep inhales. On our next inhale, let's bring our right palm over to the right side of the mat. Place the left palm over it. On our next inhale, left palm over towards the left side. Right palm over it. Let's bring the palms back to center, press into the palms. Bring the wrists directly under the shoulders. Let's bring those knees directly under the hips. Inhale, cow. We gaze up at the ceiling, arch the spine. Exhale, cat, round the spine, gaze between the feet. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Take a few more of these at your own breath, your own pace. Let's come back into that neutral spine here. Inhale, lift the right arm high. Exhale, thread the needle under the left arm, side of the face and shoulder can rest onto the mat. Option to stay here. We can circle the left hand, rest onto the lower back. Let's lower that left palm, press into the palm, lift the right shoulder, lift the right arm high, reset tabletop. Inhale, left arm comes up high. Exhale, thread the needle under the right arm. Side of the face and shoulder can rest onto the mat. Option to stay here, our right hand can circle down onto the lower back. Let's lift our right leg high here. Bring the right knee into the palms. Extend the back leg. Option to stay here, or we can come down onto the forearms. Take a few breaths here. Let's come up onto the palms here. Tuck the toes in the back leg. Lift that back knee. Let's send that right leg high. Shake that out. Downward facing dog. Let's pedal the feet out. On our next inhale, lift that left leg. Bring that left knee into the palms. Extend the back leg here. Option to stay here, or we can come down onto the forearms, rest the forehead on the hands. Let's come up onto the palms here. Tuck the toes in the back leg, lift that back knee. Send that left leg high, shake that out. Downward facing dog here, pedal the feet out. Let's gently drop the knees down onto the mat, come into that tabletop and into a seated position. We're gonna bring the bottoms of the feet together. Take a butterfly here. Option to stay here, or we can gently press down onto the knees. gonna cross our legs this time. Add a twist. One hand meets the knee, back hand the floor of the mat. Big inhale, sweep through center and switch sides. Come back to center here. Take a few shoulder rolls. Take the shoulders back. Take the shoulders forward. You can take a few head rolls. Take a few wrist circles here. Bring the hands to center. Big inhale and exhale.